guys, hello everyone. Let's get to the point of this talk. Feeling good. So, this whole week, just tonight, okay, I want to make this tonight. I feel it's very important. I want you guys just to have this in your mind. I have it in my mind right now. So here it is. Self-image. Let me back up. I hope I'm in this. I'm in this. Self-image. Whew. We've probably all seen the little picture of the kitty looking down into the puddle on Instagram, and then what's looking back at him is a lion. Here's the thing. I know for me growing up, my father, he was very insecure. When I look back, I had a pretty insecure dad, a great dad, but he was too worried about what people thought about him. And I think that rubbed off on me. I was the only white kid in school. I got made fun of a lot. This was middle school. My mom, poor as fuck, man. We were poor as hell. And she was shopping at Payless. I had the BOGO 4 stripes. Alright, you know Adidas 3 stripes? Bro, I was rocking 4 stripes. And got ripped on. Check these socks out, man. I'm telling you guys, invest in some dope socks with the design. When you take your shoes off, the girls love that shit. And I love that shit. So, I got ripped on. And what this did to me, it just made me feel no good, right? It made me feel inadequate. And then I went on to play football at a young age, and I played baseball. You know, I did well. I got into All-Stars for baseball, played like 7-8 years, but I wasn't that good. I was never a home run hitter. I was never, the All-Star on the team, MVP. I mean, I did okay, but I was never the best, and I felt like a failure in a lot of stuff. Football, I wasn't as good at. I wanted to be a quarterback. We were so used to playing in the yard, but when it came time to playing with equipment on, we were hitting, dude, I was getting dropped. All right, when it came, I played like paintball, man. I had a professional paintball team. Not professional, but I was sponsored with a couple guys. Still not that good. Fail. I looked at it as a failure. Did multiple things, skateboarded. But then when I got older, I think I carried these things to my adult life. And the way that I look at myself now is not looking down and seeing that lion. All right, a lot of these failures have lingered in my mind. And I'm looking back, thinking, man, this has got to change. Okay, and reading this book, Psycho-Cybernetics. This is by Maxwell Waltz. All right, he says we have to become like a hurdler. What does a hurdler do? Fucking hurdle that shit. So with our failures in life, same thing. We hurdle on over. And then what does a hurdler do? He keeps running. Does he look back and see his fucking past hurdles? No. He looks ahead. He keeps running, because what would he do? He'd trip up. So we don't have time, guys, to be weighed down by our past mistakes, because we are not those past failures. It sounds very simple, but guys, man, what did Bishop McGee said? A man who makes very little mistakes usually makes very little at all. So our failures, our mistakes, we're told, oh, you fucked up, you messed up. We're not told to keep going. Put that in the past. Do not attach yourself to that. Okay? I think a huge part of self-image, guys, is, we're always, this is really in my head. Okay? I do this without even knowing a lot of times. I look at a guy, say in a magazine, and subconsciously I think I could never look like Sadiq Hatzovic. I could never look like Jeremy Brunandio, or whatever his name is, the guy who won. Or I see these very successful men, and I probably I could be very successful, but I don't know if I'll ever be that successful. I don't know if I'll ever touch that many people's lives. And I sort of kind of weigh myself down with these like limiting beliefs. Instead of like, fuck man, I can do this. I can do this. So what I'm asking you guys, the beginning of this week, this is Sunday night. It's like 11 o'clock right now. All right? I want to go into this week with massive fucking self-image, looking at the lion, not looking at my past failures, and not limiting beliefs. All right? And when these do arise, just building myself up. Guys, I want to do this little exercise. All right? Maxwell Waltz talks about it. He says he pictures a theater in his mind where he watches himself, the best version of himself, acting. Okay? And he holds on to this. And he says, go in a room, do this 30 minutes a day. By this repetitive practice, when cybernetics literally means in Greek, the steersman. Okay? He gave an example, and I'll tell you guys this real quick, but if you think about animals, animals have instinct. Humans have instinct. One example, all right? You can take this, leave it, but birds will flock south when it gets cold because something in them tells them that it's time to go. Does a bird have a GPS system? No. But it knows to go. Because the same thing with humans, guys. All right? Our brains, if we have a powerful enough image inside of our heads, our bodies are going to go to that. Okay? One massively powerful thing you can do right now is picture yourself, the man, the woman you want to be, talking just massive confidence, success. Picture that, okay? That person, and capture that feeling. And then stop thinking about it. And go from there. I want you to start your week with such a powerful image of the man, the woman that you want to become. And then let your brain and your body flock to that. Okay? And do this repeatedly in the morning. You can take 5 minutes. All right, let's start with 5 minutes of sitting there on a pillow, sitting there in our beds, and just imagining the very best versions of ourselves. You know what I'm doing? I'm watching. I'm in that theater, like Walt said, looking at myself, and I've got this super fine honey, man. I'm grabbing her ass. I'm standing tall. I've got a great body. I'm lean. I'm sub 10%. I'm looking good. I'm feeling better. My hands, it's on her ass. She's close. Over here, I've got this like fucking $20,000 Rolex on, and I'm just looking out at the crowd. I've got like everything I need. I'm dressed. My body feels so good. I'm imagining that 5 minutes a day. This repetitive practice, getting your mind used to this image of success. The lion looking back at us, guys. Let's not embrace the failures. Okay, let's step up and make this image in our head. We don't have time, guys. We don't have time to look at ourselves as some little naked mole rat, right? That little kid looking down. The human looking in the mirror. I'm going to see something that represents massive success, massive confidence. Let's do it.